Good Tuesday morning to you and welcome to another episode of Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil, and we are in our new time slot, Sheriff, at 11 a.m. this morning.
Yes, 11 a.m. a prime time. I guess we'll get more viewers because it'll be at 11 o'clock and people won't still be asleep.
Yeah, so they're not rolling out of bed rubbing those eyes. So, and we're looking forward to bringing some real engaging content. It's a new year and we're really trying to get geared up for this year. Any New Year's resolutions for you?
You know, Shonda, I've decided, obviously, I talked to you guys this week about what I'd like to do in terms of being a better leader. And that's my resolution, is to be a better leader, to be more available to our employees, more available to our citizens out there so that they can get a better understanding of what we're trying to do in the Leon County Sheriff's Office. We've got so many projects and initiatives that are taking place. And I want to make sure that I get that voice so people can hear exactly what's going on and our deputies understand what all this is all about. At the end of the day, it's my leadership ability to convey that to them so they can carry out those things we're trying to get done. Well,
I'm looking forward. You're doing such a great job, Sheriff, and so we're looking forward to 2021. We're dubbing this our year of action.
Year of action, absolutely. That's what I mean. We have, COVID obviously set us back in 2020. And there are so many things that we have left undone. And now we're going to gear it up and get those things done, primarily fighting the crime issues in our community, getting that crime down, dealing with the issues of mental health in our community. That's why this program here today is so important.
Absolutely.
And the drug problem. You know, we put the task force together and the task force working well.
Right.
But this part that we're going to talk about today with respect to opioid addictions and heroin use, those are having such a major impact on our community.
Right.
And this information today is going to be extremely important to our viewers and to us in terms of how we continue to fight crime in Leon County to make it a better place to live, work, and play, as I always say.
That's what it's all about. And as you mentioned, our show today does focus on drug addiction. And our guest today is going to be sharing her personal story of overcoming addiction and how she's now helping others. And Sheriff, when we hear about the shootings that happen in our community, you know, people think, oh my gosh, what's happening? There are root causes to those, and many times it's tied to drugs.
Yes, I can't convey to people enough the fact that drug addictions, what we see in terms of the arrest, is just the backside of what's taking place. Those families are being traumatized by that person who's a drug addicted person who then acts out in those communities, in those homes, and then it bubbles into our streets. So we see the aftermath of it, but it's having devastating impacts on communities. And that's what we're going to hear today, is about her experience with drugs on our streets and her experiences with working with this village.
That's right. Well, so much more to come in today's episode. So be sure to stick around. Coming up next, our guest will share her personal story on drug addiction and how she's now helping others. But first, let's check in with Deputy McMillan with our Crime Tip Tuesday.
Hello everyone, this is your Public Information Officer Deputy Shade McMillan with today's Crime Tip Tuesday. Tips for safer web conferencing. Video and voice web conferencing is here to stay in today's workplace environment. Here are some tips to keep your meeting safe and less likely to be hacked. Check the link for the meeting. If an email comes from a similar looking domain that doesn't quite match the official domain name, it's probably a scam. For example, Zoom meetings will always originate from zoom.com. Never click on links in unsolicited emails. If you get an unsolicited email and you aren't sure who it really came from, never click on any links, files, or images it may contain. If you receive an email stating there is a problem with your account and you aren't sure if it is legitimate, contact the company directly. Always think before you click. Scammers depend on ignorance for their successes. Be safe out there.
In times of stress, such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying, but you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. Contact the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. For more information, visit thedvcc.org.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know, from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now, that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk, they hear you.
Freda King with This Village is here with us today. We're talking about the battle that some people in our community are facing, drug addiction. Freda, you know all too well the difficulties that people face in our community with respect to drug abuse and drug use. Can you talk about that in more detail for us?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you for having me, Sheriff McNeil. Yes, of course, I know way too personal about drug addiction. It was something that I battled for over 20 years, and it was very dark, very lonely, very tragic, very traumatic, and it had a negative impact on my life for almost a quarter of a century, 25 years. So when I see my fellow brethren and sisters struggling with addiction, it was a new path for me the last decade to work for an agency to help battle this horrible disease. And I think, Sheriff, one of the things that's really important is that people understand that it is a disease, right? So we talk about heart disease, we talk about kidney disease. Well, addiction is a disease also, and it can be treated. I've been drug-free for 20 years. March 20th of last year, so I'm coming up on my 21st anniversary. It's very difficult, sir, and you being on the law enforcement side, and I recognize some of the things I had to do to feed my drug habit.
Yeah, talk about what was the turning point for you, though, Freda, that got you back on track, you might say?
I want to say, remembering my mother had since passed, and she was a woman of faith. And I remember so many things that she shared with me, but due to my addiction, I lost. Thankfully, I didn't lose it. I just didn't know how to tap into it. But once I found that there was a purpose for me, then I began to do the work.
Okay, all right. And that purpose?
That purpose is to inspire, to serve, to help, to motivate, to guide, to be there for help, unconditional help and service.
You talked about your mom. Was there any other specific event that took place in your life that really got you going in the right direction?
Well, sir, I was, to be very honest and frank, you know me. So
yes,
you
I
know
do.
I will,
yeah. And stop that sir thing.
Well, I was coming down off a 3-day high in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I just realized that I had 3 choices. That I was gonna die, that I was gonna face possible some long incarceration, or I was gonna get better.
Okay. And
I had a great opportunity to move to Tallahassee to work for Governor Bush, and I took that bull by the horn, and I came, and the work began, sir. I'm sorry, Sheriff McNeil, in 1999. So the thought of never seeing my children again as a clean, sober mother, dying some horrific death, or spending a long time in prison definitely was a big turning point. And from that day, less than a year, I was in Tallahassee.
Wow. What would you say in terms of, as the project director for This Village, what would you say to those persons that are re-entering our community in the Big Bend that involved in drugs and narcotics in their life? What would you say to them? What your experience is like that you can share with them?
Well, with being the new project director of the Jail Reentry Network, our goal is to continue to help serve men and women coming out of the criminal justice system. So with having that personal experience, realizing how hard and difficult it is for them to tap into community support. And what that means to me as a project director, and what I will be instilling in staff and so forth, and following the mission of our agency, is that it's going to take a team.
Yes.
It's going to take
absolutely.
a team. So
Absolutely.
not only me being the director, the case managers, but also our community partners that will help us tap into resources to help these men and women come home. As you know, with COVID and funding, a lot has changed. So we're going to have to be very creative, but I want to share with them my journey every step of the way, sir. I do it. And just help them and serve them and let them know that we are there for them.
Freda, hold that thought. We'll be back in just a few seconds with Freda, and she's going to talk more about what we can do, what you can do in our community if you have a problem with addiction in Leon County. Stay tuned.
Some things in your medicine cabinet are more dangerous than others. When it comes to prescription drugs, opioid pain medicines can be addictive and even deadly. Half the people who misuse prescription pain medicines get them from a friend or family member. Be part of the solution. Go through your medicine cabinets, drawers, anywhere you keep unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups. Find out how to dispose of them safely. Visit fda.gov/drug disposal.
I drive 65,000 miles each year in my bus. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. You don't want to be in the blind spot of a 40,000-pound bus when I have less than a second to react. I do what I can by changing lanes and taking turns slowly. It really helps when people look out for me too. Give me room to operate safely. It's our roads, it's our safety.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're back with Freda King from This Village, and we're talking about the battle against drug addiction. Freda's addiction comes in all shapes, forms, and sizes, and the most common type of drug abuse is in our community is what?
Synthetic drugs.
Synthetic drugs.
We are battling Molly, Flocka, K2 Spice, and what's happening, even with the uprising meth, it's being mixed. Okay. So whenever you're mixing man-made drugs, right, it's always a disaster, a recipe for a disaster. So these are drugs that has no medicinal purposes, as you know, with medicinal marijuana and opiates are used to treat pain. Right. These are all chemicals that you can buy online and be your own chemist, and it produces psychosis effects on the people in our community, which again has an impact on crime.
Freda, you probably weren't prepared for this question. I'm going to ask it anyway.
And so I stay ready.
You know, as a law enforcement person, we always talked about marijuana being a gateway drug. In your experience, is that true? I
believe it absolutely, sir, without a shadow of a doubt. One thing that people have to understand when you talk about addiction, the way I became sober may be different than someone else. Yeah. But the end goal is to be sober. Right. There may be some people that smoke pot and that's all they've done for the rest of their lives. But the work that I've been doing for the 20 plus years, most of them, I would say, sir, 80% of those people started off smoking marijuana.
Yeah, that's been our experience as well. Freda, you know, we're working with the reentry efforts and trying to get those folks with substance issues off the streets of our community. What would you say to someone out there right now that's looking for help? How can they get help in Leon County?
Well, there's several different paths to take. So one, as you mentioned, I work for This Village. We have a vast amount of services. One I'm very proud to talk about, and that is our telehealth or virtual services. Because of COVID, we are not allowed to go into many institutions or have a large group of people coming to our facility. So with having the telehealth, we're able to do assessments. They can have counseling sessions. Treatment can be provided through our MAT services, which is Medicaid, medication assistant treatment, MAT services. So I think that having these virtual services is going to help a lot of people. We have NA and AA meetings that are being provided via Zoom. That face-to-face interaction, Sheriff, does make a difference. It really, really does make a difference. But we have to have something. Yeah. So being able to offer services in-house for our community in the Big Bend region, 211 Big Bend is a great resource. SAMHSA, I've given some of this information to Ms. Knight that she will share at the end of the show, some phone numbers that the people can reach out and get some help. So.
Okay. Freda, this last question has to do with the impacts on families. That's something that people don't realize, that when a person's got a substance abuse problem, it's not just that person, it's the entire family.
Yes, sir.
And what's been your experience dealing with the families out there?
Well, my philosophy with the LIFT program was we were not just going to take care of the client, but help the family. Because if we couldn't help the family, then we couldn't help the client, especially if they were living with the family. Yeah. So we were very successful in calling grandma while the person was incarcerated, letting them know what we were doing, how we were doing it, what we expected or hoped that they would do to join us. So it has been catastrophic what the addiction has done to families. And as a community, we can no longer just stand by and say it's happening to them or they in a different socioeconomic status. It's happening to us as a community.
Thank you, Freda. Just ahead in our Deputy on Duty, Breaking Glass Ceilings. Meet a veteran leader at the Leon County Sheriff Detention Facility.
Why? Why do we ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right? The answer to why defines who we are. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my friends.
For my community.
For my family.
For each other. Because all of this matters. We all have something worth protecting. So why do you see safe? Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
In times of stress, such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying, but you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. Contact the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. For more information, visit thedvcc.org.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
My name is Diane Sheffield. I'm a captain at the Leon County Detention Facility. I started with the Leon County Sheriff's Office in 1994. My years of service here at the Leon County Detention Facility, I work housing. I worked booking and releasing for 7 years. I've transferred from booking down to support service, where I oversee the lobby, warehouse, kitchen, programs, and all of the other areas. When I first started here, my first day, I sat in Pod M, room number 2, on direct observation, watching a female that had declared that she was going to do self-harm. I went home that day and I told my mother-in-law, say, I'm not going back. I said, I can't do that because it was just too much to watch that person go through what they was going through. And she said, well, get you some dinner, go and get your shower, pray about it, and wake up in the morning and you make your decision from there. And from that day to this one, I've been coming to work every day as scheduled. Retirement is coming up. It means a lot, but I feel that, getting a little emotional, I feel that I'm leaving something here at the Leon County Sheriff's Office undone, incomplete. And I know my journey has to end, but with life, there's always a beginning and an end. So I'm going to take those, take that as a blessing, and take upon my next journey that I never know what God has for me, but I will continue serving, whether it's here or out there. Well, I'm a member of an organization here locally at Leon County. It's called the Charmettes Incorporated. We sponsor young ladies. We introduce them into society. We donate a lot of money to a lot of causes, like the Riley House Urban Lead, Howard University Cancer Research Center. That's our biggest donation every year. I've had cancer to run through my family. My mom passed it with pancreatic cancer, and I pledged to myself every October, whenever it is, I will give my service and my time 100% to that research. I'm very active in the community, and if someone needs my assistance, I'll greatly give it to them. I've been involved with the John G. Riley House, the hospice house, the Urban Lead, which is dear to me, because one of my excited moments outside of this facility is when I was nominated to receive an award from the Urban Lead for first African-American captain of the Leon County Sheriff's Office. The advice that I would leave with them is treat everybody right. Be fair. Be truthful. Do your job. Follow your policies and procedures. And I always tell my troop, when I had a squad, when I was a lieutenant and I was a watch commander of a squad, I would tell my employees every shift briefing, don't give your job away, make them take it. And as long as you know your policies and procedures, you can't go wrong.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like that trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Give today.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Before you throw away those unused medicines,
those pills for your back pain or migraines,
just think for a minute. When you throw them in the trash, they can become lethal in the wrong hands. There are better ways to dispose of your unused meds.
There are lots of police stations, local pharmacies, and hospitals that are approved to take in unused meds
and dispose of them safely so they don't end up in the wrong hands. Our hands.
To find a medicine disposal site near you, visit www.safe.pharmacy.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. Real Social Security employees will never threaten you. Callers threatening you with arrest or other legal action and demanding money are not from us. If you receive a call like this, hang up, do not provide them with any form of payment or information. Report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music and we talked. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted in my own life.
And I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, in whatever you do.
Talk. They hear you.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil, and wow, what a great episode to kick off our new season here. Captain Sheffield just retired from the detention facility. We're going to surely miss her.
Oh, you're going to make my day get sad here, I tell you. Absolutely. I'm happy she's retiring because that's what she wants to do, but obviously she's going to be missed. The first captain at that level for African Americans in the sheriff's office, and her family really embraces the sheriff's office. It's a family, and she epitomizes the family's atmosphere and the attitude. We're going to miss her, no question.
Yeah, she really blazed that trail. And our guest today, talking about drug addiction, Freda from this village. Wow, what an amazing story of survival she has. And that experience, I'm sure, has helped her relate to others that she's now helping.
Yeah, we've got to utilize her skills and her background to a greater degree in Leon County. I hope this show allows her voice to be heard, multiplies it in the community so people can see and know that there's help out there, there are people like her that's willing to help, and I think it's going to make a difference. From an economic standpoint, with opioids and heroin issues out there, we've got to do better in our community, and I think she's going to be on the tip of the spear in terms of helping us do that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you, Sheriff, and we're looking forward to another great season of Leon County Today, 11 a.m., our new time slot. So thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful day.